What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all. Hope everybody's week's off to a good start, and happy Tuesday. Let's see what's up in the astrology for today. We're going to see the moon ingress into Virgo. It's going to cross over Regulus in the morning at 0 Virgo, which is the heart of the lion. We got Mercury in Leo, Venus getting ready to come into Leo. So definitely an emotionally charged day. Going to be thinking a lot. It's going to be very heady. We're going to be analyzing. We're going to be pretty critical by day's end about, things that we're trying to create, things that about ourselves. I think a lot of it, especially with Mercury dispositing Virgo and that moon, and having this Mercury at 11 coming to 12 degrees of Leo, a lot of it's going to be about ourselves and our own actions and our own creations and the way we think about things, the way we verbalize things, the communications we have, a lot of things. So interesting day. I think it's one of those say what you mean type of days. Don't sugarcoat things. I think say what you mean, and then don't beat yourself up if it didn't come out perfect, or if someone didn't take it as we perfectly expected or thought that it would be taken. We're still seeing Mercury come off the sextile to Jupiter. So it's just amplifying our mind's ability to conceptualize, understand, express, communicate, and to really have us asking questions. And not only that, but deliver answers when people ask us questions as well. I think today is very strong for answering questions, asking questions, definitely like putting that mercurial stamp on the day. We're going to see the sun come to 18 degrees of Cancer, and it's starting to sextile over to Mars in Taurus as well. So they're going to pace each other for a while. If you look at Mars, Mars doesn't go a degree a day. It's going 42 minutes a day, and the sun, of course, you right around a degree a day. But in Cancer, it's a little slower. In the summer, it speeds up through Capricorn, and in the winter months, if you didn't know. So right around there. So they're going to pace each other for a few days here. So kind of interesting to see the sun and Mars and how that helps us act on our soul, act on our own light, our own integrities, but also give us the impulse I think needed to like really do things based on a gut reaction with the sun in Cancer and even Mars in Taurus about quality and things that feel good. And we want to listen to that gut impulse. That could be a really good thing. It could definitely feel weird with Uranus in the mix. As Mars is getting close to Uranus, we're definitely in a somewhat shocking place. Like, who knows where things are going to go right now. We're kind of having to trust something and kind of go with that flow, and this moon doesn't really like to do that today in Virgo. It's definitely going to want, facts. It's going to want to analyze and, put some real stuff to the picture here. So we definitely want to find a balance between what's factual, what's real, and what is, not. But with the sun trining over to Saturn today, that's definitely not terrible in essence that we can really be dedicated, we can be on our game, we can want to take on certain responsibilities. Maybe it's certain family responsibilities, things that we want to do with our home, things we want to do in our home life, our personal life. Definitely like taking more on for the things that make us feel good, for maybe where that gut impulse is going, or how to step up in many ways when we need to say something too. There's still so much about the astrology that wants to express and to tell a story and to listen and to be open. And, we got to take on our own authority within ourselves to do such a thing at the same time as Venus is going to come to 28 degrees and really tighten up that trine over to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And definitely, this is where we could start to maybe see some dreams, come to fruition. It's almost like the fog of Neptune has dissipated a little bit, and Venus kind of gets to touch up with Neptune before it opposes Pluto retrograde coming in the later parts of this week. And we're maybe even starting to feel that now, but there's definitely a deep desire, a deep urge for deeper connection, deeper bonds with ourselves, with people. And we definitely want to step up when, those bonds need to be made or when things need to be expressed and said. That is something we want to kind of be on the lookout for today. And I do think that moon in Virgo has us tidying things up and paying enough attention to our personal lives that we're able to do such a thing. We just, may we idealize some way that someone's going to take a certain thing or understand a certain thing. And, we don't want to put so much emphasis on like what we have to say or do or what we're feeling is, the make or break for someone else at the same time. And maybe we put a little bit too much responsibility on our shoulders or about how people are feeling and feel like we need to be really, nurturing and uplifting. And maybe someone, gets their vibe brought down, but that's kind of on them to conceptualize and understand and ask questions about too for themselves. Or likewise, if you're in that position and you're feeling let down or something by somebody, to not, be too hard on yourself or the other. Just kind of like figure out ways to switch up different aspects of a routine, be more responsible for your day, your life, and see where that can go when you focus more in that realm. Because again, I could beat that horse forever, but the astrology is definitely, we're in a current stage of astrology where, we focus on ourselves, and the relationships that are in alignment with that are there and they're great, and then the ones that are not are definitely a little bit more painful. We talked about Juno opposite Saturn, talked about the nodes plenty. So yeah. Hope you have a great Tuesday. Lot to think about, lot to say, lot to analyze. Chill out on the judgments though. We could always be judging something, ourselves or another person, and if you're being judged, that's someone else's problem. That's the other side of the coin too. You don't have to take on someone else's judgment unless it's, somebody that is having an opinion that you do respect and that maybe it's important. There's all sorts of ways things can be taken, but if you're putting your life together and you feel like it's going pretty well, I wouldn't put too much emphasis or weight on someone else's opinion, or if you didn't ask for it. Because a lot of astrology is still about the asking questions. All right. Let's see what we get for the card today. The moon reversed again. It was just on the weekend horoscope. Oh man. Well, maybe we have a bunch of sort of creepy crawlies coming out from, the shadows, and maybe we're feeling that in our life in some way. We need to get more comfortable with things not maybe going as planned or feeling as comfortable as we might like. Definitely don't want to hide from feelings, and we want to be, able to step up and express ourselves when certain things need to be expressed. And maybe they're just expressing things to ourselves, and understanding and dealing with our emotions better instead of just shaming or being too hard on oneself. Like, try to see the data and, fix it. I think that's something that could be helpful too. What else do we get? Justice in reverse. Well, life isn't always fair, is it? Some things in life just happen. Some things can't be explained. Some things there is no data for, and we can try and balance everything out and weigh things out perfectly to make some kind of sense, and some things don't. Some things just have to be emotionally reacted to and figured out on the fly, and maybe today provides some of that too, where things aren't always going to be equal. Things aren't always going to be exactly how we want it. Heck, South Node's even in Libra right now. If it was ever a time where things aren't necessarily going to be fair, but we could sure desire and want them to be fair, it's definitely now. So emotions aren't fair. Sometimes we feel things that we don't want to feel, and we can wonder why. I don't know. Just be gentle with yourself. Don't look for everything to have perfect meaning. Just do the proper analyzing so that you can have the best day that you can have, and that you can navigate uncertain emotional waters without self-deprecating thoughts or actions towards yourself or others today. And in the end, that'll bring justice to most situations, I do believe. All right. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.